Today's project is going to be this cute shopping bag holder. This will help keep those plastic bags within reach for those of us who like to reuse them. Or if you're like me and have 2 kids in diapers, you really need somewhere to keep all those bags handy. This project does not require too many materials to complete it. What I have here is a piece of fabric. It is approximately 13 inches by 20. I'm working with some scraps, so I actually sewed it together, and it does not have to be exact. If you want something larger or smaller, or just don't have this much fabric, that will work fine too. And you're going to need your rotary cutter and a mat or scissors, something to make the hanger out of at the top of it. I'm going to use this craft ribbon. You can use elastic or even sew together some scraps from your same fabric, and you can use that as the hanger. And then you will also need 2 strips of elastic. Again, those do not have to be exact. The ones I have cut out are approximately 6 inches long and 10.5 inches long. To begin this project, you're going to want to take the bottom of your fabric and you're going to fold it over and sew a line. As you can see, I've already done that. This is going to make the pocket to store your elastic in. Now for the top, before we fold it over and make our pocket, we're going to want to put the hanger on. So I have approximately 12 inches of this ribbon, and what I'm going to do is fold over the ends of it, fold it over on itself, and that will help strengthen your handle. Now pretend that this is folded, and you're going to want to approximate where you think you're going to want to put your handle, and go ahead and pin that in place. And same with the other side. I'm going to fold this in half. Now if it helps, you can kind of close this, and that'll give you a better idea of what it's going to look like once you have that hanger on there. So this is approximately where I would like to put the other end, and then I'm going to pin that in place. So you should end up with something like this when you open that fold. You see your hanger here, your handle, and I'm going to go ahead and sew this on. Once you have that sewn on, go ahead and fold it back in half, or not in half, but in your little tunnel here, and then go ahead and sew that seam on there to close that up, so you have the designated area to put in your elastic. So I am going to go ahead and do that now. Once you have sewn your hanger on, you should end up with something like this. I have the bottom sewed with a area that we can thread through the elastic, and same with the top. I have got the hanger sewed on and the open area that I can use to thread the elastic through. Now the 2 different size elastics, the longer one is going to go in the top and the shorter one is going to go in the bottom. Now the easiest way to do this is to use a safety pin and just attach it to one end of your elastic and use that to thread it through. Now once you get this threaded through, go ahead and sew both ends of the elastic together. You're going to want to go over that quite a few times to make sure that that thread does not come undone. This elastic will take a little bit of strain and abuse, so you want to make sure you have that thread nice and tight. So that is going to be our next step. I am going to get my elastic threaded through and sewn together, and then I will catch up with you. on our next step. Okay, I have my elastic sewn together on each end. And now what we're going to do is sew this open pocket together. So what you're going to do is turn your project inside out. I am going to thread just a little bit of this elastic here through so I can turn it, because I do not want to run over that thick area where I had just sewn the two ends together. And what you're going to do is meet all of your edges together here. Like I said, try not to sew over that big chunk of elastic that you just sewed together. That would make things a little bit more difficult. So line up your edges and then just sew your seam right down your edge. And now we are done. I've sewed my seam closed, and go ahead and kind of stretch on your elastic a little bit to get it even, and stick your hand inside here and turn it right side out, and here we have our finished product. We have our nice little ribbon to hang it up with. You just shove your bags here in the top, and the smaller elastic at the bottom will keep them from falling out. So I hope you have enjoyed this product, and I hope you're happy with what you have accomplished.